And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Subnautica Below Zero. We're hunting for the other end of that ship we found last time. Well, I say found last time. We cut into last time. So we can use the laser cutter to cut into the other half as well. So it's a little bit closer to Delta Station, so that's what we'll try to do. We'll try to go to Delta Station and then hug the island here. Hug the Delta Station island. So, the run, well, I haven't spoiled myself on how this run actually ends, so back steps are to make it end. I think we are making progress towards such an end. We got one of the three spots. It's one of the vehicle bits. The question is this the one we explored already? I don't think it's the one we explored already. Okay, so we just need to find the way to cut in. It's looking like an interesting port. Let's go from here. Yeah, we're about, I think we're at least halfway, a third of the way through, if not halfway through the game. That's the repair tool, not the cut tool. I don't need to repair the door, I need to cut it open. Convenient auction plant. Oh yeah, this looks like the bigger one. Power cell. Another auction plant. Copper wire. That's one of the things we're looking for. Need another one of those fragments.
I can only do repairs in spurts. That's so inefficient. The larger tools seem to set off seismic activity nearby. A crew came back telling stories of gigantic worms burrowing in the ice. I don't know what they were going on about. They were hypothermic and frostbitten because they walked back to avoid angering them. The ice shelf is probably a bit unstable and they got disoriented or something. To borrow from Diana, Orion's belt thermocouplings are not meant to be worked on in 20-minute spurts. If we break the process, we'll break the ship. But it's nice to hang out with Yasmin while we wait for the rumbles to stop. I hope she doesn't mind all my questions. I love hearing.
Where's I find the laser cutter fragment?
Her face lights up, and she's got the most expressive eyebrows. They're practically acrobats. The way she looks when talking about nuclear engineering is the same way I look at my grandmother's domades. The woman never sits down, though. She told me that she used to do decathlon in college, and I can believe it. She's like a bouncy ball, just all over the place. She makes rounds on the ship every day to see if people need help. I should do something nice for her. She's always helping everyone else. wish I had a fraction of her energy.
Suppose we could have found one of the bits we were looking for to get into that ship by going to that ship and looking around. Too late. Okay, so we know what we're looking for. It should be in here. The question is finding where it is. And I also think it's behind one of the bases we had to cut into. Fish we haven't scanned yet. Door can cut through. No. That's there. Got a little door. Wiring kit. Not a bad find. Not what we're looking for, but not a bad find. So I think this is the other parallel processing unit. Fragment, so we should be good to build those. Once we scan this.
Now I just need to build the test override module. Then I can disable that satellite tower.
I feel like there might still be a little bit more in there to explore. Let's refresh our oxygen one more time, we'll go back in again. Open access that. Hopefully it's got something good in it. Reactor rod. And exploration continues. This place is a little bit of a labyrinth, so I have to be careful not to get completely lost. I must be fairly close to the exterior of the ship, because one of the things that wants to nibble on us is trying to nibble me through the edge of the ship. The ship's solid, so it's not getting in, but... Oh, there's another PDA.
I finished the reactor checks. We dumped a ton of runoff, and we don't need the rods melting down. Then I helped with the scavenging, chopped some veggies with the cooks, and tried to help Diana, but she sent me down to engineering with Stefanos. I've been working with him the last few days. Stefanos. How to describe Stefanos? He's by far the most thorough engineer I've worked with, and no ego. He never leaves a job undone, no matter how late it is. I've never seen him awake before 11, and he always greets me by saying, Kalimera, Yasmin, in the sleepiest drawl. Not a morning person, that one. He listens with the slightest smile on his face, and twirls this stray curl by his ear. He asks a billion questions, but I don't mind. He surprised me today. There's an empty room on the bridge, just a spot of negative space in the ship. He set a picnic there and said I need to relax. He even called me a busybody. There were these crazy glowing fungus things he found to set the ambiance. The most exciting part though, drum roll, he can jailbreak fabricators. He made a small batch of traditional Grecian dishes. But the craziest part? He managed to make a suitable falafel for me. I never thought I'd see a good falafel in deep space. Alhamdulillah. A quiet genius, that one. This planet may be a cold mistress, but maybe it isn't so bad.
Ah, fluffle. Yeah, I think we're running out of places in the ship to explore, which is fine. Running an inventory, so that actually kind of works out. Oh, that's where you were. You're stuck in the ship. Yeah, that would do it.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining. Oxygen.
Oh, I came back here somehow. Okay, well that means I can get out. Is this the way out?
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Time to go back to base. Get that parallel circuit maker going. I actually got close enough to take a nibble on something. Yeah, we're gonna get back to the Seatruck dock. We're gonna get the parallel circuit thing made, and then Margaret will give us a hint on where one of our other bases are. Let's see what we need for the parallel circuit. Coral, silver, and gold. Don't think I have any silver. Nor do I think I have any coral. I'll take a quick check at the old base. Coral should be easy to pick up. Silver and... well, silver might be a little bit harder to get. Although, even that should be pretty easy.
Captain.
Nothing, nickel. Here's gold. Yeah, I think we need to send the scanning room on a silver hunt. Looking for table coral. I'm looking for Morgantite, I believe. Let's let that start working while we go look for table coral. Again, I need like one hit of table coral, so not very much. There's a thing of table coral. There we go. Oh, got lucky. Hit slow roller on the first go on. Saves us a bunch of time. And deployables. No. Upgrades. Not gonna be upgrades. I know it's in here. Questions. Where is it in here? Electronics? That's it. Okay. Lead, titanium, and copper wire. Lead, copper wire, even titanium in that one. Here we go. Go install that. Build it and install it. Let me turn the scan room off while we go running through it. Right enough. That way. Delta Station dock. Here we come. taking the moment while we drive here to mute the mic and scratch my beard. Not everyone probably wants to hear me scratching my beard on mic. Okay, that's really close to the island. Then we'll hop out. Yeah, we got the trail on. It's a little less convenient to enter or exit the vehicle, but could be worse. This cave, right? No, not this cave. Shrub nut tree. Didn't scan that before. And we just sprint into the base here. We got a plan, and we want to get to that plan.
Great. Now back to the terminal. Do it. Please work.
There we go. Let's go activate. Broadcasting all clear.
Yes. Satellite is down.
I am impressed. That was most resourceful.
All right, Altera. You win this round. Come find me at my greenhouse. I'm about 1 kilometer east of your position up on an iceberg. I have a present for you.
I'll come by if I have time.
Sure, whatever. If you have time for me in your busy social calendar.
Okay, let's grab some of those shrub nuts so we can feed our character. I got 2 different places I want to go explore. So now that we've done that quest, she's no longer in her previous spot. Let's explore a little bit more of it. And she's just given us a hint on where a new interesting spot is because she's at it. It's told us to go meet her there. There's the robotics. That's where we picked up our hitchhiker. Supply center. That's the base. How'd she put a new beacon on our location? Oh. Just told us to go a particular direction from that location. Okay, that's less useful. Because I didn't pay attention to which directions he said to go. Let's assume we were gonna get a pin direction, which I did not. Ground suit's with us. That's fine. Okay. I haven't been doing a lot of exploring in this direction, so I think it's probably this direction. That's the one that's asked, or in this glacier. This might not be it. If this is it, this is probably not the right weather to be up on, eh? Oh, I think the visibility is getting better. Trying to explore. See, there's stuff on that island over there. Back in the truck. Let's park again, I can explore. Proverbial foot. Slash, use the sea glide to move around a little bit faster. Especially because what I'm looking for, I think, is on land.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
It's dangerous because of the cold, not because of the thunder, but we've got cold protection on, so we're less worried about the cold. Oh, some convenient peppers here. I'm implying this probably is a place to be explored. Well, that's usually beacon telling you this is a place you can get some value out of sending out the pingling. And my remote.
Agent online.
Gold, okay, not super valuable. What else is down here? Just gold? Looks like it's just gold.
Until next mission.
Gotta empty the storage first. Take the gold and pick you up. Exploring. Final demonstration there that we don't necessarily have legs of steel.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter. Hollow chamber in iceberg interior detected.
Might be something interesting. I think there was in the icebergs we had a place where we could jump into. Find that again. Back up in the iceberg. when we run before. Grab another pepper. Yeah, it's going to be harder to find while it's dark.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Or we can just fall into it and that works. No, hollow interior would not what I think we were looking for. Oh, the other one. That one. Surface, get some oxygen. We'll dive down, try to get up and in it. Looks like there's technically a hole in from the top, but we don't know how to get on the top of that one yet. Ah, laser cut to gain access. You don't say. Ion cube. Just a random ion cube, or is there more down here? Diamond, magnite, gold. Diamond. The magnite. Diamond's a magnite. I'm interested in gold. I'm really not. Gold's pretty abundant. Plus, we just looted 4 gold from the other island, so I think we're good. Okay, I think that's everything here, unless I'm screwing up. I saw the ion cube, thinking there was going to be one of the 15 alien artifacts down here, so I'm like, no. Appeared to be the case. Cool looking room. That's okay. Creature egg? Creature egg. Okay, so that's not what we're looking for. Although it was worth looking for it. So I'm not going to complain too much. let's go at least check out our old base. There may be some stuff in the third room we weren't able to get into before. It's a room fragment for some sort of room. Some sort of trailer component. Let's get that scanned. The aquarium. Not what we're looking for, but decided it'd be worth getting out and checking in case it was one of the ones we were looking for. I searched that one already. I'm not sure. It's probably a fine place to park for the moment. Frame module. That's probably why we left it there. Another reactor rod, and the nuclear reactor itself. Is that the only fragment I needed to unlock the nuclear reactor? Yes.
I'm alive. Stefanos saved me. The Mercury attempted an emergency takeoff and everything seemed fine. I was helping the bridge crew with the emergency takeoff since the crew is, well, was short-handed because of everything. I heard the sound of metal tearing, and for a split second, everything was tinged bright green and unbearably hot. Then I saw daylight, and I was looking down at the ocean and ice. The strongest wind I've ever felt roared in my ears, ripping through the ship. People went flying out the side of the Mercury, so much screaming and chaos. I was lucky. I had just clipped into my sea tinker. Stefanos came out of nowhere, like a malaika, an angel. I felt his rough, calloused hand grasp mine with the gentlest of urgency. It felt like time slowed. He said, "I gotcha. Just follow me, Ella." I don't know how, but he used an emergency tether to drag me to the nuclear reactor core, the strongest bulkhead in the ship. We hit the water and everything went black.
Got it too close.
He's sleeping. I think he might have hit his head. I'm exhausted. The adrenaline...
Yeah, got it too close. We'll just respawn in the Seatruck. Okay, let me get the audio log going again.
I'm alive. Stefanos saved me. The Mercury attempted an emergency takeoff and everything seemed fine. I was helping the bridge crew with the emergency takeoff since the crew is, well, was short-handed because of everything. I heard the sound of metal tearing and for a split second, everything was tinged bright green and unbearably hot. Then I saw daylight and I was looking down at the ocean and ice. The strongest wind I've ever felt roared in my ears, ripping through the ship. People went flying out the side of the Mercury, so much screaming and chaos. I was lucky. I had just clipped into my sea tinker. Stefanos came out of nowhere, like a malaika, an angel. I felt his rough, calloused hand grasp mine with the gentlest of urgency. It felt like time slowed. He said, "I gotcha. Just follow me, Ella." I don't know how, but he used an emergency tether to drag me to the nuclear reactor core, the strongest bulkhead in the ship. We hit the water and everything went black. He's sleeping. I think he might have hit his head. I'm exhausted. The adrenaline has long since worn off and my body aches. I think I might have fractured a rib. I'm gonna shut my eyes for a bit. When I wake up, I'll figure this out. I'll save us.
So that sounds like they got shot down by the defense platform. If you haven't seen Subnautica 1, I don't want to spoil too much about what the defense platform is doing. Needless to say, they got shot down. And if that is the thing that shot them down, and the reason they got shot down, they did not survive. Okay, I think we required most of what I dropped. It's a little hard to tell because of kind of where I dropped it, but another quick peek, and then we'll move on to something else. So we now use nuclear reactors, deep dark bases. Sun don't shine, we're not near a thermal plant. Before we continue exploring more, I need air. Let's not cut it that close again, so it doesn't have any convenient oxygen plants to reoxygenate at. I didn't do the best parking particularly close. In fact, I should probably take a moment to move the ship, so I have to drive a little bit less, or swim a little bit less. Oh, and before I do too much more, the inventory's full. So let's take advantage of the fact my prawn suit has storage. Let's store some stuff in there. At least the more valuable stuff. Yep, that's probably fine. Why don't we drop the rest of it on accident? Ship. Getting deep into the ship, we got maximum oxygen. Back out. plants outside the ship. So I think I might need the propulsion cannon to get around to that bit over there. Or there's a vent there, okay. So I'm gonna find the vent hatch. Although, no necessarily any luck doing that. Okay, we didn't come here for this. Let's go reoxygenate and we go look for what we're actually here for. That's the crack we're looking for. Well, I think supposedly it's like part of the crack we're looking for, but not exactly what we're looking for. Not exactly sure if the trailer is going to fit down the hole to her old base. Okay, so this is the right area. Although it being the right area doesn't necessarily mean we have a complete cakewalk of it. Let's hop out and explore with the glide. What I'm looking for is the oxygen plants. Basically follow the oxygen plants down. If you're not seeing oxygen plants, it's the wrong way. Yeah, I think this is the wrong way. Situations where if I put more useful beacons out to tell me where to go, I'd have a better understanding of where I was. Let's hop in our Seatruck and get oxygen back again. There's our oxygen. Let's put it back. Exit the Seatruck. Once in a while I'm taking a glance at the map. I think I'm off target because we're... well, it is pretty deep where we're trying to go, but... it's in a cave, not in this cauldron. I think I must have accidentally stumbled upon the thing I was looking for first time. Now I don't have an accurate picture of where it is in my mind, so I'm not going the right way.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen
Yep,
remaining.
that's why we're on the way back to the Seatruck game. Although, whether or not I left enough time to get back to the Seatruck is a slightly different problem. Yeah, we had plenty of time. Oops. Something zapped the ship. Okay, we're gonna open an hour here. Well, we're over an hour here. I think it's time to put a part break in. I'm gonna continue looking in the next part for what I'm looking for. But I'm gonna take a break here, get up, stretch legs, sip some tea. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have that part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm gonna take a short break just to get my legs stretched. And then we'll be right back to what we were doing. So until the next part, I'm gonna wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.